Chopped our backs, hit the road. The Mainstreet McNabb's in go mode. Driving under the Florida sun. Disney World, here we come. Mickey ears and castle dreams. Roller coasters and ice cream. Footsteps echo on Main Street. This is where magic and life meet. Laughs and thrills in every
We're back.
How do you like our new intro music?
Oh, I just love it.
It has been a while, and we've had this music for a month. Do you know we haven't done a video since November 4th?
Dang.
Yeah, it's been a while. And we've had this music for a while. She hasn't listened to it since I did it,
No.
so she can't remember it.
I really don't.
So
I'm sure it's great, babe.
it is. So what we're going to do is we're going to just talk about some updates because it's been like 4 months, 5 months since we've done a video, and some updates coming up for the parks. And then our next video, we're going to kind of switch and do some Universal stuff because there's some really cool stuff coming for Universal with Epic Universe. But anyways, so let's talk about a couple things like the Grand Fiesta. Has been closed since January 6th at the Mexico Pavilion at Epcot and will be coming back March 15th after some refurbishment.
That's such a cute little ride and a great place to just kind of cool down on a hot day and relax after all that walking.
And we've talked about it before, but it's one of my favorite buildings in World Showcase.
Oh yeah, definitely. The best country, most well done country in there.
When you walk in, it's almost like you're walking on the streets of Mexico at night, and it's really cool how they do it. Over at Animal Kingdom, the Cali River Rapids, sorry, will reopen on March 14th. It closes down a lot of times during the colder months for refurbishment. So that's a normal thing that happens.
One of Caden's top ones. He loves water rides.
Yes, and has to make sure that it's one of those rides that no matter what park I ride that specific ride in, whether it's over at Universal, whether it's at Animal Kingdom at Disney, I get soaking wet. Dollywood gets soaking wet every single time, and it seems like everyone I'm with is completely dry.
Yeah, everybody's dry as a bone except Keith, who is like drenched.
Completely drenched.
And it's hilarious.
It's not really.
It really is.
At Magic Kingdom, the little playground that's in the queue for Dumbo, that closed down on February 24th. Just for they're doing a lot of refurbishments during this time of year. So
during their slower times, they try to do a lot of this upkeep and updates.
Which, while it is frustrating, it's good to know that it's not only needed, but it makes people feel safer that they're taking care of their product. So,
and Sammy loved that little playground, by the way.
But if you are going and you do see that playground is under refurbishment, Dumbo is still open for those of you that want to ride Dumbo.
Those of you with littles, it's great to let them run off that energy in those little playgrounds. Sammy needs that.
Yes, absolutely. And that'll be opening up later in the spring, so it's not going to be down for too long. One of my favorites at Magic Kingdom, Hall of Presidents, it closed down on January 20th. Obviously for the presidential inauguration, and they're just switching out the presidents and doing some much needed maintenance, and that'll be back in the summer. No, it just says later in 2025.
I hear
a baby. I will let you, if you want to take care of that, and I'll just kind of run these down, and then we can discuss when you come back. Leave the mic.
This time I am. Thank you.
Unfortunately, Astro Orbiter will be back. It is closed down right now. That's my most hated ride in all of the parks. We rode that on our honeymoon, and I almost got sick as a dog. But it will come back. It's closed now. It closed in January and will return at some point during the summer. Big Thunder Mountain, that's a really big one. They're doing a lot of work on it. They've actually taken out the whole track of the roller coaster and removed it and doing some maintenance. And when it returns in 2026, it said that there will be some new magic. Don't really know. I know that the one in Disneyland has a couple different things in it than what we have in Orlando. But apparently there will be some new magic when it returns. Test Track will reopen in late summer of this year. It's been closed down since June of last year, and they're completely redoing that ride, which I think was much needed. The first one was great. Test Track 2.0, which just closed down, it really wasn't my favorite. And I'm excited to see the different things that they do with that. My son is excited about it, so really looking forward to that and being able to ride that this year, later on this year. There was a Cars themed show at Hollywood Studios, and that is now closed and making way for a villain show coming this summer. Of course, we'll get more into the villain stuff that is going on at Magic Kingdom, but this is at Hollywood Studios. They're trying to incorporate more of that into the parks. People have been begging for that for so long, and now we're finally getting it. So, Voyage of the Little Mermaid at Hollywood Studios, that has been closed down for a while, and it's going to be reopening. Let's see here, this summer, but it's going to be completely different. It's still Little Mermaid themed. It's going to be a musical adventure, which I think will be really cool, especially where it is in the park. It's over kind of where all the kiddie stuff is. There's the dance party and things like that for Disney Junior characters, and that being right over there will be really cool to be able to see that. I'm sure it's going to be like a sing-along type of musical thing, much like the Frozen show that is also at Hollywood Studios, which is a fantastic show. We love going in there. Another good way to get out of the heat at the parks and enjoy air conditioning and a show and just kind of rest for a little bit. Dinoland USA is officially closed, and I've been seeing some videos over the last couple days. The big dinosaur that's down there has been removed. Triceratops Spin has been removed, making way for the Coco area. They're going to be building up a bunch of stuff down there, and I think that is going to be a much needed improvement to Animal Kingdom. Going to be a lot of colors, a lot of just a lot of new stuff down there in a space that really needed it. That there wasn't a whole lot down there. There was Triceratops Spin. There was some little tents down there to meet characters, which I'm sure they will still have some of that. But the Triceratops Spin and the big dinosaur, it is gone. I'm sure they've taken down the sign for Dino Land. So big changes coming to Animal Kingdom. Speaking of Animal Kingdom, a Tough to Be a Bug will close down on March 17th. We have a really funny story about the first time I went to that show. She scared the daylights out of me because of the show itself. But in its place, there's going to be a Zootopia show going in there. I think that it's going to be really cool because the movie Zootopia with all the animals, and it's in the Tree of Life, the big tree at Animal Kingdom. It's inside the trunk of that tree. I think it's well themed for a show like that, and excited to see what they do with it, especially the queue before you go into the seating area. I'm excited to see if they make any changes in there. And the big changes that we're looking to, Mama Melrose, a fantastic restaurant, that will close on May 10th of this year, permanently close, followed by Pizza Rizzo and Muppets 3D. That's the big thing, the big change that's coming to Hollywood Studios, closing down those rides on June, or that Pizza Rizzo and Muppets 3D on June 7th to make way for the Monsters Inc. Land Monstropolis. We saw some videos today of a mock-up of the roller coaster that they're putting into Monstropolis, and it is wild. It is so cool. When you get on, the seats are kind of sit parallel to the track, and it takes you straight up. I don't know how far up in the air, but it looks really high. And as the coaster starts taking off, the seats turn as you're sitting in them. So really excited to see what comes of that. Who knows how long it'll take them to build that whole area up. But looking forward to the theming that is going to take place with the restaurants and things like that. So excited to see the things that they do there.
Monsters Inc.
Monsters Inc. Yeah. So talking about the videos that we watched with the track, and
so excited.
Really, really excited.
Disney needs more thrill coasters and stuff. And that's going to be unlike anything they've done before. Super excited to do that and to see all the new stuff they do in that whole little area.
Yeah.
Although my nostalgic self is going to miss the things that are there.
Which part of the changes is eventually, I don't know if we've got a time period yet for Rock and Roller Coaster, but that will be rethemed into a Muppets themed ride. A lot of people complained with the closing of Muppets 3D because that was actually the last thing that Jim Henson did before he died, was put that show together. And
that is sad.
It is very sad. It is a little antiquated.
It's early 90s.
Yeah.
So
it is a really fun show. Yet again, another one of those things where it's great to get out of the heat and sit in the air conditioning and kind of watch a 3D show. My favorite, of course, is the two old guys.
Of course. You are the two old guys.
I am the two old guys that sit and complain about everything.
Yes.
But yeah, that Rock and Roller Coaster will eventually be rethemed into a Muppets thing. That wasn't my first choice. I was hoping for a Powerline retheming of Rock and Roller Coaster. So,
which, for those of you that don't know, that's part of the Goofy movie. But I am glad that they're keeping the Muppets in there somewhere.
Yeah.
So,
and it just, to me, I feel like if you're not going to keep the last thing that Jim Henson did, then. But there's some people fighting back against it. There's some people really upset about the Muppets 3D going away. But eventually, things are going to change. And at Magic Kingdom, I don't know when we're breaking. I think we're breaking ground this month, actually.
Hey, did you talk about the villains thing?
I talked about the villains thing at Hollywood Studios,
yes,
taking place of the Cars.
Gotcha.
Cars show. I think it's this month. I'm not for certain on that, but I think we're breaking ground on the Cars Land and the Villains Land at Magic Kingdom, which is going to be huge. There's an outside battle going on between Universal and Disney. Universal's adding a bunch of stuff. Disney's adding a bunch of stuff, which is great for us. I heard a guy this past week on one of his videos talking about how some people are arguing that Universal has surpassed Disney, and then the Disney people are, saying that that'll never happen. The important thing to remember is that the winners in this are us.
Yeah.
With Universal and Disney adding so much stuff, we get to enjoy so much new stuff, and I look forward to both. So.
And they're different types too. So two different experiences totally.
Which I completely look forward to diving into the Universal stuff.
I can't wait.
I've always been more of a Disney person. I'm still more of a Disney person, but seeing the things that I'm seeing from Universal, it's really exciting.
Drawing you in.
It is. It's really exciting, and I can't wait to go down there and see some of this stuff. The hardest part is just taking a break from Disney to go to Universal.
You'll have to work a Disney day or something in there somehow.
Some way.
Somehow Disney.
Yeah. So that's what I've got so far.
Okay.
I know you kind of missed.
I know.
Most of that, but that's part of it.
Yes.
So, is there anything on your end that we need to talk promotion wise, things like that. We've got the dining plan.
There's a free dining plan for select dates in the summer. And
we did that last year, and I completely encourage if you're looking to go but you don't know exactly when, these are promotional dates when they choose when the parks are not as full, not at capacity, things like that. They can kind of tell due to ticket sales and things like that. They do so much research knowing what days are going to have less people and things like that. So that's why they put out these promotions like that. So if you're looking to go and you don't know exactly when, look at these promotions where you can get a free dining plan for a week and save some money.
Now, it will be hot because they're doing it in the summertime, so you kind of have to weigh it out. But like Keith was saying, we enjoyed it. It was worth it for us for sure because we're foodies. We like to try the different places. That's part of our experience. So
we are already, I mean, we're not going until October, and we talk just about every day about, hey, put this on our list. I want to try this, find a way to get over there to do this. And that's at the parks, at the resorts, you know.
We have an ongoing list, just always. Which, you know, I know you don't like to take breaks from park days, but it's nice to have those break days to travel to different resorts, to have the time to travel to different resorts and try different things. But we'll work it in somehow.
And I'm just not realizing this. This is the first time I'm wearing the shirt in a video because we haven't done one since November. So this is the shirt that I got this past year at Epcot. It's my favorite shirt that I have now. It's old school retro. The year Epcot opened, 82, which is the year we were born.
Great year all around, right?
Absolutely. So I love it. Anything else?
Usually in June is when we see the promos for the fall. The Halloween party dates are announced then, typically. So stay tuned for that. Now, if you want to go ahead and book a trip, I can always go back and add those promos after the fact, too. So you can still take advantage of the discounts even later.
Yeah, that's what I was going to add is if you book your own vacation and you don't use a travel agent, once you lock that in, you can't go back and add a promo after it comes out. Whereas she can. If she books your vacation, she can retroactively go back in, add those promotions, and save you some money. So and just like we've talked about before, Disney, it doesn't cost you anything extra to use her services. It's kind of built in already. So if you're going on and booking your own trip, you're paying that cost anyways. So
yeah, you don't pay me. Disney pays me. They've already worked in a travel agent fee into everybody's tickets and bookings. So you, like you said, you're paying it whether you use a travel agent or not.
So why not use her?
Yeah.
And not be stressed out trying to figure everything out and book everything from food to park days to resort stay, and she can make it easy on you.
Here lately, what would you say? Well, you kind of probably already know the answer to this because you have talked with me about this, but what park do you think I've quoted the most here lately?
What park?
I mean, not park, I'm sorry, resort.
Let's see.
I have made multiple quotes for one specific resort in the same week.
In the same week?
I have, yeah.
Oh gosh, where are the? I'm not gonna say your name. Sorry. Where are they staying? Is it that one?
It is that one.
I'm completely brain farting on where they're staying. Pop Century.
Yes.
That is a very, very popular place right now. And if I'm not mistaken, due to what we have read over the last few weeks, it's actually number one here recently. Art of Animation and Pop Century, part of the Value Resort. say, and they have the Skyliner. So
Yes,
that's
a big attraction.
It's a big attraction. However, the research I'm doing has me terrified because it doesn't have me specifically terrified.
Lord,
It has
here we
me
go.
terrified for them because people are getting lined for the Skyliner at 6:30 in the morning.
Not Danielle.
I will be.
Danielle be gone.
I like to sleep in. Keith don't. So
We know.
we'll be on the Skyliner at 6:30. So, or at least in line for it.
Okay.
I can't think of anything else. I don't know if you heard this. It's in. I have my notes right here of all the things that we want to talk about. But Big Thunder Mountain, is closed. It's not coming back till 2026. But I just read that when it does come back, it's going to have some new magic.
Okay.
New magic. So that's what I was telling them. I don't know exactly what that is. I know that Disneyland has a little different things inside Thunder Mountain than what we have in Orlando. So we could be getting those things. We could be getting other things. But I look forward to it either way. So, and I didn't get to ride it last year because I was sick with COVID.
He didn't know it at the time.
And I didn't know it at the time. I was at Magic Kingdom and just felt horrible.
Not a good life because I thought he was just being a fuddy-duddy. And I'm like, suck it up. Let's go.
Isn't that normal?
No, it's not normal.
I mean, I wouldn't say you were being a bad wife. You were just being normal.
That's how I normally am. Okay.
And as you were walking away, I told them the unfortunate news that while Astro Orbiter is closed right now, that it is coming back.
If you like to spin around and around and around, ride this ride.
She probably laughed the hardest on that ride than any other ride that we rode together on our honeymoon because
Keith is a little green.
I did not like it. It's not that it spins, it's that it spins in a very tight circle. So I couldn't see anything.
And the person that sits up front can make it go up and down too.
Yeah.
And I rode it pregnant and I didn't have issues.
Well, you're a better pregnant person than I am.
Yeah, it's true, I guess.
So there you go. All right. So nice quick video. If you guys have any questions at all, please reach out. I've said in the past, don't reach out to me, reach out to her. However, most people reach out to me. I put them in touch with her. So you can still do that.
We will get you the answers that you need. I
say that to make sure that people don't be afraid to reach out to her.
No, I'm not.
Don't be afraid.
I'm only mean to Keith.
Exactly.
I'm not to everybody else.
But if you reach out to me, we will get the information to you.
Yes.
I normally talk everybody through it with her right next to me, and we'll get you in the right space.
And I try to make sure any new promotions that come out, I try to post it to the Mainstreet McNabb's page so that everyone can see it.
Which, if you are watching this on YouTube and not Facebook, whether it be her page or my page or our McNabb on Main Street page, go follow us on our Facebook page. McNabb's on Main Street or
Mainstreet McNabb.
Mainstreet McNabb. Sorry, I made the page and I can't remember the name.
Goodness. So
we try to post information on there as we get it, but we're not going to do a video every time we get some information.
Right.
We'll post it on the page, and then we need to up our game. Obviously, it's been 5 months.
Well, we were just without some technical things, and
our daughter ripped the cord out of our ring light. That's one reason why we haven't done a video. We haven't had a ring light until today. We went and bought one. But we've been saying probably for the last 4 or 5 weeks, hey, we got to go get a ring light. We got to make a video. Yes. I'm usually the one that says that, and she goes, okay. So we broke down and went and got one today. But yeah, she playing with it, she ripped the cord out of it, and we haven't been able to use it. And on top of that, we've been doing life. Life is just much like a lot of people have been kicking us lately, and we've just been doing what we can to get through it. And part of getting through it is making sure we have a Disney vacation countdown. So
Always makes everything better, right?
it absolutely does. Gives us something to look forward to and gets us through. So
next video, Universal.
Universal. Well, I've got some notes on it, and I've been watching some videos on the breakdown of each of these lands. The Epic Universe has multiple lands in it, and it's absolutely insane.
Look,
So
I'm not gonna lie. As much as I love Disney, I am looking forward to being able to go back and do all of these new things.
I am too.
And
I am too.
Velocicoaster with Caden again.
No, and which we need to make sure that we say that even though we are the McNabbs on Main Street, or Mainstreet McNabbs, I did it again. Even though we are the Mainstreet McNabbs, you also book Disney cruises, but also Universal stays as well.
And not just Disney cruises, any cruise.
Okay.
Any cruise.
There you go. So anything else?
That's it.
All right. So until next time.
See you later. What am I supposed to say? Have a magical day.
Goodness.